Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Okay, so I want to make a very quick video before I go out to study to the library. I've been down lately, like really down. I feel like I haven't been myself. Been kind of avoiding people and staying in my room or my bed all the time. And sometimes, you know, when you're just like, you feel like you're going through something, but like no one would understand because you yourself, you don't even understand it. So you can't explain it to anyone. So that's kind of what I was dealing with, and yeah. So, but today I feel really good. I don't know whether it's because, like, normally I hate the cold, but I think it's because it's Christmas. I'm feeling very Christmassy. I was even playing like Christmas songs this morning, and I was just like in the mood, you know. I made myself happy. I even went to my favorite waffle place to have waffles with a friend, and it was really good, you know. So now I feel like I can actually do this video now. So, like you'll see from the title, this is about how to deal with your own struggles or whenever you're feeling empty or down, and how to deal with it internally. Like sometimes it's really hard to talk to someone. And I know we all have this one best friend who completely understands us, and we don't know what we'll do if we didn't have this person in our lives, you know? But sometimes they might not know exactly what you're going through, so they may not be able to help you. And sometimes it's, in some situations, we might want to take care of it ourselves. So that's why I came up with a bunch of stuff that kind of helps me when I'm going through something very personal that will make me down. And I wanted to share it with you guys. You can try a bunch of them, you can try some of them. Whatever works for you, whatever you think would work for you. And let me know how it goes. I really do hope that they help. Some of them are things I do myself. Some I ask my friends what the things that they go through, so I could be able to help. So here we go. All right. Okay, so it all starts with the usual cleanse. Like, everyone thinks that if they go off social media, that's what will help them go through whatever it is they're going through. And sometimes that's true. We do need time to ourselves away from seeing things that might trigger certain things. Like, for example, if you're on Instagram and you see someone having fun, having the time of their lives, and while you aren't, can make you feel somehow. And you may not feel it in that moment, but you'll just be, it will affect you subconsciously in a way. So it's better we kind of like have a little bit of a cleanse. So one of the first tips is putting your phone on airplane mode. And this can be whether you want to do it every day. You can do it every day, or you can do it maybe once or twice a week. Or because you don't want to completely make yourself antisocial. So it'll be good to have it. It's good to have the space, but at the same time it's good to also cleanse yourself from it. So maybe just like on weekends you can choose, okay, this is when I want to be social, but during the weekdays I'll put my phone on airplane mode. And it can be the opposite. Now some might say, oh, okay, I have maybe my parents want to reach me or something like that. That's fine, but you know, you can also get a cheap phone. Like, there are some phones that are literally like 10 or 20 pounds that you can get, and you can just tell your parents to call you on there when they want to reach you. Because that phone does not have any, it's not touch, it doesn't have any social media on it. So the times you really need a break, I suggest that maybe invest in getting that phone, because it's actually not really an investment, it's cheap. So think about it, you know. Okay, now for the next one. You know how everyone says exercise is really good to, like, sometimes exercise does make you happy because you feel like you're keeping fit, it makes you more active. You know, you release stress, you release tension in a way. So exercise is another really good way to relieve yourself and distract yourself from whatever you're going through, as well as keep yourself healthy during that time. So I suggest, if you don't feel like going to the gym or you don't have a gym membership, maybe get an exercise mat, or somewhere, if you don't have a mat, you can just use a nice soft ground, right? And do some home workouts. You can use YouTube as a guide to help you. And it's really nice because you can be listening to music, you can be I don't know, some people don't even feel like doing the proper exercise, so you can dance if you want to. I do that all the time. So you can just dance, you know. No one can be really sad when they're like doing hyperactive dancing, you know, because you just be like try it, like it just doesn't go, you know, unless you're doing like really sad dance moves. But okay, I'm getting off track, but basically just try to do something that you enjoy in the form of exercise. That might help you just relieve any stress or tension. Another thing that really helps is taking in lots of water. Water is really good for you. And also green tea. Green tea really does calm me down when I'm stressed. I use it especially when I'm studying, because when I study it also keeps you kind of alert, but at the same time it keeps you very calm. So, and it's also good for your health. It's like detoxing. It detoxes your body and everything. So I think it's a very good tea to take when you're feeling like this. So now another thing is you could go to your comfort food place. Now this is what I was talking about. I went to Korea's today with my friend and it was really nice. We had some like, okay, let me tell you what I had. I had caramel and shortbread waffle. So it has like the ice cream of also caramel, and it has like Oreo sprinkles on top, and it's amazing. It's the reason why I have so much cheeks right now. So, but still, it's so worth it. But I don't care because it makes me happy. So go somewhere that makes you really happy. Go there alone, or you go there with a friend. Another thing that you could do, that now this is the main one, right? Sometimes we feel like no one understands us and no one knows what we're going through. But I'm a Christian, so I know that there's someone out there that does know what I'm going through, because he made me. He understands my inner, like he understands my inner self. He knows my heart. He knows how I feel. Like he can empathize with me to the deepest level, because no one else can really feel what you feel unlike the person that actually made you, you know. So to me, God helps me in these times, because I struggle to pray because all I want to do is just stay on my bed. And if I'm mad or if I'm stressed or something, do you know what I do? Basically, God is open to hear you speak the way you want to speak. You can completely be yourself. So basically just tell him how you're actually feeling. So what I do, sometimes I either say it or I write it down. If I want to say it, I just yell it. Like I'm so stressed right now. Why is this happening? Blah, 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 you know. But sometimes it helps a lot to write it down. So what I do, I'm just going to tell you how I go about it. So in one column, just get a piece of paper, right? And in one column, have like how you're feeling. So if you're feeling anxious, if you're feeling stressed, if you're feeling angry, if you're feeling upset, if you're feeling sad, you put that all in that column, right? Don't even try to filter your words. Say exactly how you feel, you know? Don't ever try to feel like, oh my gosh, this might be rude or anything. No, it's you. It's only you that can see it, and God. So just write it down, okay? Then after that, in the second column, try to think, what made me feel like this? Now, sometimes we're sad because we don't have a reason, but sometimes, so if you don't have a reason, just put a question mark. But if you do have a reason, and you can kind of pinpoint what made you irritated, what made you angry today, or that week, or that month, or this year, just write it down there, you know? Just write it down there. So if you're able to write down something, that really does help the process a lot. And don't worry, no one is judging you for it, because it just belongs to you. So yeah, just write it down there. Now in the third column, write down what you wish you could feel. And I'm sure that's basically the opposite of what's in the first column. So write down what you wish you could feel. And sometimes we might want to feel something we've never even felt before. So try writing that down there too, okay? And then in the last column, right, for each word that you wrote down on the first column, I want you to find a Bible passage that actually speaks about that topic. So if, for example, you're upset, find Bible passages that speak about that topic. I'll show you, for example, how to find those kind of passages. Okay, so a good Bible app I love using is the Youversion Bible app. So this is my Bible app right here. It's called Youversion. It's really good. So here you have your verse of the days, what your friends are posting. Over here in red, or read rather, sorry, my bad. You have the actual Bible, so you can change the version. You can have, it also comes with audio as well. So there's English Standard, New, International, all the versions. You can see the Amplified, everything. It also has audio as well. In the plans section, you get to see all the plans you have. So there's the ones that are like the ones you have. So these are the ones I've completed. These are the ones I'm saving. These are the ones I'm doing currently. And then under finding plans, you find different plans to go on to next. And they all have different topics for them. So there are topics on love, anxiety, healing, anger, hope, depression, fear, peace, stress, patience, loss, jealousy, joy, temptation, pride, doubt. So many topics. Under the next tab, explore, it even has things like how are you feeling right now? Which is something that's really good because, for example, if I'm feeling really hurt or sad, I can go under that emoji and click maybe I'm sad. And then it has like here, 2 Timothy, you then, my child, be strengthened by the grace that's in the Lord Jesus Christ. That's in Jesus Christ. Now you can select this. When you select it, you have a bunch of options to make a note, to bookmark, image. You can either bookmark it and make it certain color like I've just done, or you could go to image and actually make it into a poster. And this is really good when you want to put it on your room as a daily motivation, you know, to start your day. It's sometimes really good to have those kind of messages around your room because whether you're aware of it or not, it subconsciously kind of affects your mood for the day. So it's a great start. You can also decide to print out the different verses or save them on your phone under bookmarks, and then later go back and, you know, look over them while you're in your, for example, in a restaurant or something. So let's see one for lonely as well. There's things like cast all your anxieties on him because he cares for you. 1 Peter 5 verse 7. That's really good. He's saying that whatever you're going through, whatever you're worrying about, he's there for you. And there are different verses to look at under, like when you're feeling lonely, like all this is just there for you. So that's why I said it's really good to always write down how you're feeling and then come back and then look at, oh, how can I deal with what I'm feeling right now? Is there anyone there that will actually listen to me? This is how you can deal with it internally. The Bible is really great for that. Another website I really like using is called BibleStudies.org. So that's what it looks like. It has studies with an S. Studies, okay? And then over here in the books of the Bible, it has the different books, right? And if you select one of them, let's say we're going to look at Proverbs today. So we're looking at Proverbs. It starts by doing things like actually describing the book of Proverbs, like the background to it. So the title, the author, the background, the setting. So it kind of gives you a really nice kind of play. Like it's different to what most plans offer. The purpose, how it was interpreted, the history of it. And then you get to go to each chapter. And when you go to the chapters, right, it explains it verse by verse. So this is the first verse, right? And then it tells you what this verse was actually about, you know? Like it goes deep, like really deep. Like this is for someone who really wants to challenge themselves to really understand this God they're serving. Really like try to get to know him better, that like more than just asking stuff from him or asking him to support you or stuff like that. Sometimes it's good to get to know some, like the person that's there for you, like the way you would for your friend. It's nice to have it reciprocal, you know. So it explains them verse by verse. So, and then at the end of the chapter, you'll be able to see questions, right? So it has random questions that they've chosen based on what they've spoken about. So what does perceive mean? What is a proverb? Who was Solomon's father and mother? Just to make sure you really understood it. So it's really good. And then another thing that is really good is to do something productive. So if you don't want to exercise, you can do something like reading a book, or listening to an audiobook, or studying, you know. Another thing that I really like doing is journaling. So I love having a blog to write down my feelings. Trust me, writing down how you feel is literally the best way. Do you know why? Because no matter what you feel, you can say it and no one can talk back to you. Because whenever you talk to someone, everyone always has something to say, and little things can piss you off. So I suggest you write down how you're feeling, because that page cannot talk back to you. Only you can decide what that means to you, and you decide how you're going to learn from it and grow from that. So yeah, I suggest really writing down stuff. Sometimes we don't have the energy to make a full blog. So another thing I do is make a private Twitter. Now, Twitter used to be a place where you wouldn't be judged for what you say, but nowadays, life. So now I just make a private Twitter. I don't follow anyone really important. I just kind of say what I want to say, no matter how I'm feeling. I can show you an example. So lately I've been tweeting about, like, I don't even tell anyone. I just about my page, because it's just meant to be for me, you know. So one of the things I said was, don't define what should affect someone else. We don't share the same emotions or intensity. Attempt to learn people's limits. Another thing I said was, I'm very selective about who stays in my life. Every day you carve out your importance by your actions and not your words. And then another thing was, give your soul and everything into something, and you don't see a workout and you wonder why. Who could love it or the person more than I do? Stuff like that. So, you know, like, you just say whatever comes to your mind in that second, and no one is judging you, because no one knows about your account. So it's great. So sometimes we do need to get away, and it's very, very good if you have the funds to get away. And if you don't, guess what? Voucher exists. So find a deal online that you can take, maybe with one friend that's really close to you, or you can decide to go on your own, whatever will make you happy. Just like book a getaway to another town, maybe in your city. It doesn't have to be somewhere really far. It's just to get away from your environment for a little bit. It's really, 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 really good. Trust me. It gives you instant happiness. I don't know why, but it's really good to get, you know what they say about whenever your room is messy, for example, your mind feels cluttered as well. So it's the same thing. Like, your environment, you're just so sick of seeing it so much. Like, every time it just feels like you just need a break from it. You need that. Trust me, it just kind of just does its magic. Another thing I like to do, which is really weird, is I like to go on bus or tram journeys, you know? Put my music in and just go to the end of the ride. Sometimes it's really nice to know that you don't have to get off soon, and it's just you and the road. You're not driving, you're not thinking about anything. You could be listening to music, you could be listening to your audiobook, you could be listening to the Bible, you could be reading, anything. You can even study for your exams. Do something productive, something that will make you happy. Another thing that's also good is going on a walk. I like going on walks without a purpose, you know? Like, I hate walking to go somewhere because I feel stressed, I just get irritated. But I like walking when I'm not going anywhere, because I get to just walk at my own pace. I get to take pictures on the road of this scenery and everything. I get to think, I get to meditate. I get to also like pray, like talk out, like praying is not really so deep. You just have to kind of say how you're feeling to God, and also talk to him like he's your friend. That's literally it. So you could just be walking and be like, so today was a bit of a mess. I'm feeling like this. I don't know. I know you have a plan for me. I'm really afraid. I really don't know what it is. but I'm sure you've got me, and I know that no matter how things are, I know that you only want the best for me, so it's gonna be better. You don't have to make it so like, oh my god, blah, blah, blah. Just be calm. So that's kind of what is a good way to just relieve the stress a little bit. Now, sleeping is amazing. Sometimes you just need to rest. Like, sleep for an hour, sleep for 4 hours. This depends on how much work you have to do. But if you have to do work, I still suggest you sleep. If you're a night person, sleep during the day. If you're a day person, sleep during the night and wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning or something. But sleep is really good to get away if you can actually physically travel. It's like, it takes you to another world. But that's why but just don't overdo it, because you become lazy and used to it. So yeah, try the other things I also mentioned. That's another thing. So yeah, continue to do these steps every day, and spend weekends also seeing your friends. Like, don't try to shut everyone out. Really, that's really important. I'm not saying you do this every single day, but I really do try to do it some days, you know, because sometimes we really want time to ourselves, and seeing the phones and people messaging you can make you go insane. You just need to put your phone on airplane mode, and you explain to people after, oh, I was gone for this reason. But honestly, you don't owe anyone anything. You don't owe anyone any explanation. If you need to deal with anything you're going through internally, just deal with it. Just do these steps and see how things go, but also make time for the people that love you. Don't ever shut anyone out, okay? Please. I really hope that this video helped. Maybe, like, especially that table one about writing your feelings, writing what you think made you feel that way, and writing what you wish you would feel. Then also the Bible passages that could help that. So I feel like that's one way to really, but it's just important to let it out. That's the goal. Just let it out, you know? Don't keep anything really to yourself. You can let it out without telling anyone. So yeah, I really do hope you feel better and you're able to, you know, be yourself again. Thank you very much for watching the video. Goodbye, guys.